So today we're about to do Carrot's Magic Missile. This one's, I can already tell, is gonna be multiple deaths. There's zero possibility we get through this alive. Knockback shield, heavy turret. And for those who don't know, a heavy turret actually boosts your damage. Corrupted power. Tip is to spam the heavy turret. Got it. And I feel like this is maybe something you don't use a backpack for. Because if you take support, you're gonna go with like 3 purple mutations. And maybe that's a little too many. Alright, let's get the prediction going. Third prediction of the night. What's the mirror? The mirror shows you a monster that will drop something for you. This is Pierce, I think. Backpack is useless in this build. That's why I figured. But not really useless. But more so, it's probably more effort than required because you want not 3 tactics mutations. Now, I like to think my Magic Missile gameplay, it's okay. I do complain about Magic Missile a lot, but, you know, that's only because I love it. As they always say, you are the biggest critic to the things you love. Oh, perfect. I'm actually gonna take this. Always bet on no hit, thank you. I wish Twitch had the wins. I actually don't know what our win rate is on predictions. No hits versus not no hit. Big Kappa. No, we're fine. We got this all day. This build looks OG. Why am I aiming up? I have a shield, by the way. That's my other issue. Is when I take something like Magic Missile, you never see me actually parry anything. So almost like I was saying with Hades, like I have to press every button. Spend every V-Buck I have on no. You mean a no-hit. Yay instead of nay. What do you think about Electric Whip? I think it's actually really good. It's best used, in my opinion, when it's double damage. Like, whenever we see a double damage Electric Whip, it's like, I gotta take it. It just works so well when it deals double damage. I don't really understand how that works. But yeah, I think it's very good right now. What boss are we doing? I don't know. Sky's the limit. Could be any boss. How much do I do with parry? That's not half bad. A little over half with corrupted power. Thank you, Wrong Star. I left a scroll. I see. Magic Missile with this auto aim. Gonna predict it's gonna be conjunct. Conjunct with heavy turret. Sometimes a little awkward. Guess I should sell that. The heavy turret will, like, stutter step. Trying to remember if the shots go through Mushroom Boys or not. I don't think it does. The auto aim always gets you in trouble. It just doesn't like you. I think I'm in the same boat as you, Marco. The item just doesn't like me. And death has to be around the corner pretty soon. Alright, I have no idea what any of that says. I saw bonus crit damage. And I don't know what else. Alright, Tranquilo. I assume that is the Chinese pronunciation as well, Tranquilo. E-Whip is good in any BC. Yeah, it's really good to get you through the lower ones. And then once you get to high BCs, and like you understand the gameplay a little better, I think it still works really well there. Nice. We'll change the language back after this. After Toxic. Do the numbers look different to anyone else? Yeah, for some reason, the damage numbers and something else is in a different font. And I actually kind of prefer the number font of this language. I think it's really cool. Nice and thick. Anyone played Dead Cells Mobile? Finding 1BC tough with the controls? I know we have some people. I'm not sure if they're here right now. I do not have Dead Cells Mobile. I was interested in getting it. But then it's been out for a while now. So I think I may have lost the chance. All right. Something that's always cool to you is how the numbers don't look too different in a lot of languages. Ow. Oh my god. Yeah, this is nice. We also have a color-coded system to work with, so like poison is green, oil is orange or red for fire. So playing on the other languages is not too bad. Build looking good, never mind. No, I struggle against the bats. You gotta get strong magic missiles, like ASAP. Like, Pure Sol is really good, but when you can't kill the target in front of you, that's a problem. I'd rather have the Pierce 1 and be able to kill stuff. But maybe I'm not parrying enough. Pierce helps for rats. That's really good. Anything above 2BC feels impossible without a controller. I've seen some people post on Dead Cells Reddit that they beat 5BC on mobile. Are you all saying that that might be without the touch controls? What happened to the other run and the prediction? I refunded the prediction, and then we did a gift sub. which I thought would be like kind of cool. I can't always do that, but because it's the holiday, I thought maybe I should give it a try. How do you unlock 5BC weapons if you can't talk? You have to go to 4BC. Sorry to burst the bubble. There's no other way right now. And we have asked the devs if that might be an option at some point. Kind of wish I asked them that at PAX East when we did that little chat session with the devs. So it's been a long time. But like on the initial release of Rise of the Giant, the answer was no at the time. It's freaking bats. I think that's the only thing I've gotten hit by are bats. Oops. Oh, can we get the happy birthday here? Alright. Tried a little too hard for the Christmas gift of the down slam. Is this 17? Like, and those numbers are kind of estimations, but yeah, this is the second viewer submission of the day. Boy Axe still OP on mobile. Use it while you can. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the that's burning oil when it gets destroyed. Now, part of the secret technique, 70% to what? To stun target? That's good, I think, with the heavy turret. But yeah, Carrot, and this is Carrot's build, was saying the secret to this build is use heavy turret as much as you can. What happens? Like, part of me wants to dual bind it to my square, but probably shouldn't. Alright. See, that doesn't feel half bad. Starting to feel the Saiyan energy in our veins right now. The ultimate Gallic gun, final flash coming out. Star at the bottom. Why are bats the only thing I can't kill? How do you get to see the map layout? That's a new rune. Not rune. What would they call that? I think they do call them runes. That you unlock. Called Explorer's Instinct. And Explorer's Instinct is what reveals the map. I believe that comes from Forgotten Sepulchre. If you have not been there in a while. Got some homework. Got ourselves a little backpack upgrade here. Probably not gonna do anything with it, but it looks cool. Twins? Wow. That's actually really good if you see that. You should probably take it. Finding a purple Valmont whip gives you access to double Valmont, which in my opinion is still really good. The purple version, maybe not like that great, but the red version is really, really nice. All right, let's get out of here. A little worried for my health. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in today, though. Again, hope everyone had a good holiday. I'm gonna take one quick moment to change the language back to English. That's Poison Cloud, I think, which is still really good. For those here for the first time, welcome. I am Veedotme. We're playing our main game, which is Dead Cells. Right now, I am using a build that I don't particularly use very often, but you know what? That's okay. We're gonna go with support now because my issue with this map is actually getting the kills.
We're dead.
And the support is gonna help that. If this was, say, the next map, Ancient Sewers or Ramparts, then you could go with not support because you assume you're gonna kill that stuff. But this map, the monsters are significantly stronger and more dangerous, so you want to actually clear them as quickly as possible. Wow. I want to take out the Inquisitor. Bring that up. Very dangerous. Yeah, give me more rats. Thank you, game. My goodness, this is the most... Like, the last death I had... I thought that canceled its attack. I think that's me not using the heavy turret. Really? Oh, this is big bad. Okay. Not enough to kill. There we go. Okay. Wow, the burning oil actually destroyed the protector. You all ever get like this where like you just fear everything? Like safety is no longer a thing. Gotta go 3 a.m. Okay, Jerry. Try to make some space for him. Oh. And some people do this. Some people play horror games. Oh, sorry, that's a rip ears. During the holidays. And this is basically that. You all chose horror in Dead Cells. Do I have double jump? Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm here for it. I would never ask you all to submit only builds I know how to use. Please do your worst every time. Gotta be kidding me. I couldn't get up that. I don't know what's wrong with Beheaded today. Apparently he does not want to climb walls anymore. Burning oil damage. Oh, please don't transform. Okay, that wasn't as bad as it could have been, I guess. Interesting that the birds don't go into the animation of being stunned due to their transformation. That's actually really toxic. You had an idea for a V-Buck submission. Pick the skin for the next run. That's not half bad. I just have to, The issue with some of that stuff is remembering that I have a submission to do. A little peek behind the curtain. What I'm doing right now, I have Chrome open telling me the queue. But because the screen is kind of small, I can only see 2 submissions at a time, and it doesn't go away unless I click complete. All right, 1 second, everybody. This is me like trying to look around Buster as he's covering up the other monitor. See, Buster doesn't really know that this is stream time because it's usually not. Saturdays are kind of bonus streams. So he's a little confused. He's thinking, wait, this is playtime right now. Why are you at your computer? Imagine being on a computer when it's playtime. Alright. Flaming trail on the heavy turret. This is actually really cool. There's a lot of different options in this build for status effects. And yeah, as who was that? Malaise? Someone said that this is giving us 3 damage boosts. Wow. How do you get to that? Heavy turret does not stop the bird, by the way. Birds are immune to stun. Only the elite birds are stopped by heavy turrets. Oh my goodness. You just bought Curse of Dead Gods? Should you buy this game as well? So I've been playing Dead Cells for a long time. They do have a new DLC, Dwight, announced for Q1 2021. So what you could consider is maybe waiting for the DLC to drop. That way either you might get a sale price or they might have a bundle. They actually did that in the last DLC drop. They released Bad Seed bundle for Dead Cells and a Game of the Year edition. And I think the Game of the Year also came with Bad Seed. Alright, so the toxic cloud on hits doing actually nothing. We're better off finding like oil or bonus damage to burning target. Oh my goodness. The poison cloud was doing like 2 damage per tick, which is definitely not enough. We gotta get that damage number up there. That's the #1 goal right now. Spartan Sandals makes the game feel like a beat 'em up. I actually like that they put Spartan Sandals on tactics. We haven't tried it yet, but I am excited to see it. My game crashed. Is Carrot's build too powerful? Sewer depths, level gen. Here's a seed, and we got a seed error. Room errors. Is that an error in every single room? I wonder, is that real? Carrot, your build is apparently incredibly good. So good that the devs decided that it can't keep going. We gotta restart it. All right, so this is where we last left off. We happened to fail the run because the map was bugged. We actually got a seed error where I could not go through the map. We're hoping that's not gonna happen. There we go, perfect. No error. Winnable. Now I can't wait for the game to give me another curse. And I somehow died to it. Different seed, so no crash. Yeah, I was thinking the seed was just an excuse, Kermit. We don't want you playing this, so we're gonna give you what we call a seed error, where every room apparently has a bug. Here's all the bugs you can report. Like, thank you, game. Scripted. What would be really good here is like the bonus duration on Corrupted Power. I almost feel like that's where all the money needs to get spent. Yo, Winked, brand new to the channel. Can we get some highs in the chat for Winked? I think it's Winked and not Winked. Happy to have you here. We are in the middle of a lose streak. But you know, it's Dead Cells. If you lose multiple times in a row, you know, it's not that bad. We're playing good old Saint Nick. Saint Nick didn't get us a PS5 this year, but that's not his fault. They're kind of hard to get. And Santa ain't paying $1,000 to a scalper. Not happening. It would be funny if we bug on like a different map. Funny and also awful. Wow, I didn't kill it. Oh, get out of here. All right. I'm feeling good, feeling confident in myself and my abilities. Now that we are playing as if we were the viewer, borderline unstoppable.
No. Look at that damage.
All the scalpers got coal. They open their PS5s and inside it's all coal. Okay, now that we're on a map that I'm allowed to deal damage to the monsters, it doesn't feel half bad. Remember, ancient sewers and stuff like that, fiddlesticks, yeah. Ancient sewers and stuff like that, the monsters have higher... Oh, I almost got hit by that. Higher health. On this map, the monsters are actually weaker. Which is kind of weird. But that's the way it is. Can't wait to do Conjunctivius, though. I'm really excited for that. Where'd the crab go? You all saw that crab, right? Huh. A little bit of a thinky right there. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, we're almost at 7 Malaise. Really exciting. I hope I see 10. I just want pain. Suffer. Would love nothing else, game, than to suffer while playing Dead Cells. Did I really eat infected food? I did it so quickly, I didn't even realize. You do have to be a little careful. This map does potentially have curse chests. Just one, though. So we'll leave that last room. The curse on this map isn't, like, terrible. The only issue is if you get something like this. Ancient Sewers has a lot of, like, Mario Maker jump puzzles. And if you get that while you're cursed, it could actually be the end of the run. Like, before you even get a chance to play. No map reveal? No stars on any of this stuff. Interesting. Three monsters. Ooh. The freebies. And apparently I disinfected the map at some point. Incredible. But my scroll count is hot garbage. Pure Saw heavy turret. That's really good for...
No. Look at that damage.
Conjunctivius. Like, super helpful. Yo, think of that damage. Shayosu. Appreciate that. I'm getting the cover the ground with oil that burns, but... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and pay for it. Level 9. It's a nice bump. Do stars affect the cell costs? They do. There was even a point where the devs made a fix where all the items that are like next to each other would sell for the same amount, and if it's a starred item, they should all sell for that starred item's price. That did not look half bad. That's okay. Alright. Imagine finding a ×4 magic missile on this map. That's so tough. It's like ×4 magic missile. I don't know if I can pilot that. I'd love to see it. Who was that? Matt. I'd love to see that, Matt, but am I qualified to play it? I don't know. Would the viewer use a quadruple damage magic missile? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't. But Flaming Trail? No, we need... Oh, it does burning oil. Okay. Perhaps winnable. 4 times is a take. You would... Oh no. I hope it doesn't show up. 600 bucks. 900 bucks. Killing it right now. Can say all I want. Yeah, I probably would. All right, this is the PB right here. Finally, the predictions from Twitch chat. You will actually find out. Are you getting paid today or not? We've refunded so many people. And now it's official. In record time, we've been streaming for 3 hours and like have seen our first boss. The heavy turret placement is kind of weird on this map because it like won't hit her.
Chat. What happened?
Yo, what happened?
What happened?
I hate that I don't pierce through the platform. Alright, so this part's actually really good. Oh my god, how in the world did I not get hit by that? Ooh, I'm surprised that landed. That was really good. Yeah, try to let the caltrops do all the work. I almost missed that parry, so I didn't do it. Crap. I knew it. Oh my god. I went up there so I could parry the bullets. And I was thinking, okay, if I do the parries on the bullets, guaranteed she dies here. And I missed the absolute last parry of the game. The last one. Paying Twitch chat. The one triangle button. How many people said no? I feel like there's gonna be some massive payout in chat right now. I hate Graveyard in this build. Okay, 54 to 46. That was actually not half bad. Guarantee he's gonna throw it at the very end. Like 100%. Liminal in 2021 already. 5 days early. It's the highest bidder whose name shows up. Oh. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. You have no more V-Bucks. You gotta start off small. You gotta pay in only like $1 and then work your way up from there. Alright, so I was saying that I don't really like Graveyard with this build, mainly because of the cannibals. At least with the grapplers, you can jump over their hook and shoot downward, but the cannibal will attack you in the sky. So it's a little dangerous there. Luckily, we have a Pierce All, wow, heavy turret, and I think that's gonna help. Like that. Oh my goodness. Imagine ever being here when cannibals are jumping into the sky like that. Holy moly. Gonna be a believer this time. Thank you. Yeah, freaking Superman on him. On me. Is this the second build? Yeah, so this is gonna be the last one we do for the day. Unfortunately, we had a lot of losses. And bugs. And that actually threw us back quite a bit. Thank you, Naturion. I think it's actually time for water. After doing nothing but coffee for every hydration. Hello. Flotate. Get out of here. Maybe that's how the viewer handles cannibals. Oh, snap. Yo, that's a good luck charm if I've ever seen one. 40% bonus damage on a flawless while purple? Like, that's actually legit. If this wasn't a viewer submission, I think I would actually take that.
No,
bring back the mango
Look at that
Pepsi.
damage. We're dead.
We were at Target the other day, and I did look, but I don't think I saw it. If I remember correctly. And I was thinking about you, Matt, too, when I was looking for it. I was like, dang, you know what would make Matt really happy? Is mango Pepsi. See, that's the gameplay that I think Carrot had in mind. You drop the turret on yourself, and you just delete whatever's in front. I'm sad that I didn't figure out how to do that until just now. We all died with legendaries on us. I did notice that too, and I am actually gonna drop it for that reason. Like, as soon as I said that's the good luck charm, I thought to myself, oh wait, I died like 4 times and got bugged. Perhaps that is not correct. There was a secret? Was it the one that I got, Jabber? No, you all are saying I did not get it. Which door? Mango Pepsi is real? Yeah, it's the ones in like the tiny cans. Near the door outside. Ah. Scratch the wall. Little paycheck right there. It sounds amazing. It was pretty good. We had that and ooh, what was the other flavor? I don't remember. Berry, I believe. The berry wasn't impressive. It was just fruity Pepsi. Like someone poured some Fruit Loops inside your Pepsi. That's all it was. What about the Sprite Cranberry? Do you mean the ad on Twitch right now? It's like Sprite Winter Cranberry with LeBron James. Yeah, I would love to try it, but alas, I am in no position. Okay, I think we can fight this. Famous last words, of course. 19 purple. Climbing. Okay, I think the viewer parries to hopefully get all of the curse cleared. One more. If only I could use my head. I'm not even gonna contest that. Sprite Cranberry reminded you of Etika. I'm actually like not really familiar
Look at that damage.
with
We're dead.
all of his stuff. But definitely some feels that are understandable. We didn't rate UFG's build. Like, I feel like I didn't even do it justice. It's so sad. I don't really have a good system in place for when I lose viewer submissions, besides giving it like 2 tries before moving on, because I get so many. Like I said, maybe we revisit at some point and then you all can vote. Or rate, rather. I definitely think it's playable. It's just that Mama Tick kind of, you know. We just don't go Mama Tick. You go Conjunctivious. Yeah, rate on success. I agree. I had to duck there. But see how the flotation prevents the monster from throwing the chain out? It's probably one of the best parts about Magic Missile. But now that I have gear, this does not feel half bad. I'm starting to understand Carrot's thought process. I can envision Carrot, like, in the war room. Got whiteboards on the wall. Just connecting the dots on what kind of build would really, like, get the cogwheels going in V's brain. Magic Missile. Where Magic Missile is technically the only button in the entire build. Typically a build like this, I would like to see a turret that is like, you're almost a support to your turret or your owl. This would be another example of where I would take an owl. But no, this is trust the magic missile. You pump up the damage all the way to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta style. And you're unstoppable after that. Which boss am I going to? I'm undecided. I am going Sepulcher because I do have wave clear, kinda. Which is basically like I sit at the end of the hallway and kill whatever shows up. That's my wave clear. Kills mummies. It struggles against crabs a little bit. But I don't want to go to caverns because that stuff doesn't get stunned by the heavy turret. Alright. I'm hungry, by the way. At the start of this, like, before I started the stream, I had 2 eggs, some leftover takeout, and then the coffee just, like, makes me ravenously hungry.
No,
I heard that
Look
coffee
that
is supposed to be an
damage.
appetite
We're dead.
suppressant, but it does not do that for me. It makes me insanely hungry later. Yo, Hyzen with the followed. Welcome. I think we're good. Sepulcher has Crabbo. It does. I also have the Caltrops, the crow's feet. So I feel like that's another way to get through this map. I'm confident. It's not every day we got confidence or light, but today's the day. I think the flaming trail with the oil damage is sick right now. Nasty, disgusting. I don't know which way to go. Guess I'm going right. Been trying to practice more. Hang on. Practice more ranged builds. You're gonna give this a build a try too? Make sure you give Carrot their credit though. If you post this build on YouTube after you practice it, you gotta give credit. Alright. There's an Inquisitor in like a really unfortunate spot. See how it jumps backwards? So like you can't even parry it. Surely they burn out. No. There we go. Perfect. Again, Inquisitor did not want to contest. Need light. I see the light. Again, this is not how the viewer plays. The viewer does not go head first looking for light. They have a plan. Yo, the Phantom Parry. If you could play this game with a harder version of the new Malaise, what would it be? I'd say what would be really fun, Stifer, is if the game starts at 10 Malaise and you actually work your way down from there. I think like for most people, 10 Malaise is like kind of difficult. But I think lore-wise, it's like kind of a fun concept to go below 10. It's possible. You have to actually kill stuff. Make all the food infected food. And then, I don't know, maybe killing a boss doesn't heal a ton. It should probably heal some, because you don't want the mode to be, oh, it's just always 10 Malaise. Like 100% of the time. Like, I don't think that's creative. But if it started at 10 and worked its way backward, I think I could see that. Yeah, and maybe like healing for less isn't even like required. But starting at 10, I think would be super cool. You appreciate the Dead Cells community to find ways to increase difficulty of the game. Gotta do it. We're even out here doing viewer submissions. I knew I was gonna miss that. Why'd I even try? It died to the crow's feet. And that's one way to definitely make the game difficult, is using a build that you don't necessarily approve of. There's a scroll there. I have to walk to get it. I don't know if it's possible to start at 10. With your permission, can I send a link to a short GIF on Malaise change? Sure, that's okay. Assuming, like, I don't know if the bot's gonna let you. But you're welcome to try. Alright, we'll go back up, because we know this way's shorter. Adaptation was actually kind of fun. We tried it for a little bit, but your items don't scale for some reason. And I'm sure it's just an oversight. I don't even know if I reported it, but it's like your initial items are only... Well, your initial items are S, but then when adaptation kicks in, it's weaker than S. And you can't upgrade them because you're gonna lose them on the next map anyway. So it like doesn't make sense to upgrade. But yeah, there's really cool ideas out there for playing Dead Cells. I'll take a look at that in a little bit, Cypher. Stream Raiders. Oh, this is so dangerous. Oh, they tried to assassinate me. The worm. Dirty BM player. BM is bad manners, for those who don't know. I actually looked at... So I'm waiting to see if the curse shows up. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna. I always like to leave rooms just in case. Yeah, there's potential 2 curses here. Disinfected the map. That's a good sign. We just need to see the map reveal. All right, what are you all thinking? Giant, Timekeeper. In the giant fight, you don't get the advantage of Tranquilo. But Timekeeper's Timekeeper. And you lose the chance of a no-hit when you go to Timekeeper. You love Timekeeper, Timekeeper, Giant. 2 Curses and Sanctuary, that's evil. It's fun, but evil. Surprised to see so many Timekeeper recommendations. Alright, so that's the map reveal. We have nothing else. Just gonna go in these doors. There could be a challenge rift behind the door, so it's a good idea to go back here. Chat loves Timekeeper. Yeah, but like we have the prediction going, right? Yeah. So like I would imagine when money's on the line, chat doesn't just go with like I love Timekeeper as the option. It's more so we need our money, so you gotta go to a certain place. Covers the ground with oil that burns. Compare it to Pure Soul. I think we're good. Like we already have an oil source. We get a bigger stream if you go Timekeeper. So what Tiago's talking about, I get asked every once in a while why I prefer Giant over Timekeeper. And one of the answers is, as a streamer, you know, sometimes you get hungry. And maybe you don't want to go Timekeeper because you want to skip High Peak Castle. Can't do that if you go Timekeeper. Wait, are all the nays telling me go Timekeeper? I didn't even look at that. Giant, please. Giant's easier, but like... Okay, one yay said to go Timekeeper. Which, I don't know, that seems a little suspicious anyway. I hate losing 1 purple here. Kinda wanna keep the double jump too. It's a lot of crap. Do I even have to fight those? Probably not. We did have Titan King saying hi, first time ever. Can we get some highs in the chat for Titan King while we go to the boss room? Alright, there's the double purple, but still I lose the double jump. And I feel like double jump in this map is pretty decent. Alright. I'm scared. Caltrops does work against Timekeeper. She doesn't stay slowed for very long, but what it does is it's just free damage. Alright. No hit on Timekeeper. I have a shield. I have the heavy turret. We have damage. Meltation is real. Didn't you have triple purple? I still do. I would like the 15% damage reduction, but I don't want to lose a double jump for it. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Why am I here? Do I even care about the viewers' money? Like, it even does real damage. The build does, anyway. But, like, for some reason, I didn't jump. Or I did, and I didn't do the double jump. Pure Soul. It's not half bad. The Nays win. Good job, everybody. I got baited into going to Timekeeper. 65 to 35? Are you kidding? I forgot the shield. I just don't ever parry her chain. I mean, I do sometimes. I rather jump over it. Why she? Timekeeper's a she. If you look at the skins that she drops, it's easier to tell. Yeah, but usually I jump over the chain, attack her, and then like parry the shuriken or the dash. And technically you can do all of that, but like I feel like if I jump over the chain, I can keep doing damage. And that's where potential falsehood is in place. Why did I go for it? Because I knew I could melt, because like tranquility, support, all that stuff works. Unfortunately, I missed the no-hit. Which is funny, like we're just talking about getting the no-hit or not. Like there could be a point where like we were talking, oh, I died. I should have gone to Giant because I died. And like that's not the thing anymore. Now it's like we're only thinking about the no-hit. Take that. But yeah, it's like you're playing the stock market when you're doing predictions. Bet when it looks good, sell when it looks bad. Still think Pure Soul is the right choice, even for the boss. I feel strong. Like, I was kind of afraid of this build. Even, like, looking at the submission on the list. I was like, yeah. This ain't going very well. But now it's, like, not half bad. Especially when you parry. Knockback shield is actually kind of decent. It's almost like Spike Shield, as long as there's a wall. It knocks them back surprisingly far. Farther than I originally gave it credit. Confident Hand the King won't touch us. I gotta be confident in myself, too. I gotta trust the build. Is there a time? You mean a time limit to submit another build? Yeah, you can still submit until December 31st. V and Hand the King are good friends. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hand the King, as a matter of fact. The homie. That doesn't knock it away, apparently. Very sad. That was a bad corrupted power. I needed it for this. Oh, it didn't go away. Hand the King is the best boss in the game for you. It's the best boss of a lot of games, I feel. I think he's very hard at almost all stages of the game. And like there's nothing that just straight up deletes Hand the King. Not a bow build, not a melee build. And he has enough health where shields, and he has some unblockable stuff. So like he doesn't even just straight up lose to shields. Wolf Trap deletes a couple bosses, yeah. But not Hand the King because he can actually go through the Wolf Trap for a couple of his attacks. So just a well-designed boss, I feel. Favorite boss is spoiler. Hand the King is second. I can see that. All right, here we go, Rammus. Why do I bother? Like, that was probably the first time I sat there and decided to myself, I'm gonna parry this. Like, I fought that thing for years. Oh, whoops. Wow. And like that's probably the first time I sat there and actively decided to parry it. The Never 60s coming out. Malaise has tons of V-Bucks, is that what you're saying? Yeah, Malaise actually donated some V-Bucks not too long ago. It was very nice. Infection cleared again. I swear that's a bug. It shouldn't clear that quickly. You should also parry Hand the King. Are you saying I should, Jabber? But you're a nay. You would not want me to parry Hand the King. So maybe it's actually a trick. I shouldn't parry Hand the King because that's what you want. And if I did, I guaranteed to lose. Lose the no-hit. Wow, I actually thought I could have died just then because I dodge rolled. Dodge and flotate. I love how you actually typed flotate. See, that does not feel half bad. Is there another bet? There was one for 10 minutes. It says there's 3 minutes remaining, so you can still get in. Oh my god, the extra jump just saved my life. Volley of arrows. Part of me thinks I need to get a little stronger for Hand the King. Like, maybe I'm not quite at the level I need to be. Please don't come in here. But we'll see. I might ditch Tranquilo, but that's like kind of tough because it does sometimes work. I'm a yay, but you don't want to vote because you want to keep your points. Alright, so everything we're finding is level 9. So at least in that regard, we aren't losing out on damage. But if I could find a couple level 10 things that still have burning oil damage, I think I'd be happy to see it. You believe, thank you. So far, 2 for green. I may have missed something. Are you all trying to come up with something? I don't want to fight that up there. Surprised I didn't see the challenge rifts. Feels like it's been a long time. It's like they took them all away. I had so many challenge rifts earlier, back when we were like dying and stuff like that. Now they're all gone. Please, game. Doing a chat build, thank you for explaining. I still have to get used to you all having your own conversations. Like, that's sort of new-ish. Oh, that's troll. Interesting. Perhaps not even worth going up there. Like, you could try to parry, but there's like no good way to do that. The viewer would not fight that. That's why I pick here. But not gonna lie, I really want to go up there. Alright, we're actually gonna swap. Burn when the effect ends, but it covers the ground with oil. And I already have fire. Fire comes from the magic missile. Flaming trail, bonus damage to burning. I think I'm supposed to take all of these. Burning oil damage. Spreads oil. Pierce. Yeah, the other one doesn't have pierce. Let's upgrade. The Lancer was Jabate. Gonna be an instant rip run as soon as we actually touch it. Why is the shop so cheap compared to mobile? So, in update 19, I think, they did an economy rework. But you actually get less money. Oh, wow. Okay. We found damage. Less money overall. So just the numbers were tuned down. You could still actually, like, lose the run by not having money. But technically, it's not half bad. It only looks like we're rich. I just was never buying anything because I'm in custom mode. Alright.
No. Look at that damage.
Gotta
We're
think
dead.
here. Yo, think of that damage number. Happy to have you here. So, build for meltation. I don't think I can reset anything besides the crow's feet. And like the only thing you could maybe take is Ranger's gift, Ranger's gear. But like 10,000 damage, crow's feet does 9,000 in just the 3 hits. Choose a color. remember to flotate. I'd say probably, yeah, I'd say green. I haven't really seen a lot of green submissions. So, what I'm actually gonna do here, for the rare chance that Crow's Feet actually screws up the fight. As you all know, when Hand of the King gets like frozen or slowed, his attacks look really weird and you fail the parry. So we're gonna try removing the slow and actually using the brand new Ranger's gear that they just added. I'm probably not gonna get a lot of hits off with it, but maybe that's okay. Don't take Crow's Feet. Yeah, so you all had the same idea. Disengage. Honestly, if I die to Hand of the King, I think I deserve it. Alright. Did the voting end? It did. Alright, here it goes. We want to stay in place so that Tranquilo is active. Maybe even like roll backwards to bait out the attack. Voltate. Alright, good, good. He was really destroying my, support turret. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my goodness. Veedotme smart plays. Like I say, I like to play that way. I know it's not safe. I know what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like stand back, wait for him to do something, and then you parry. But we like to keep the butts clenched in Twitch chat. That's how we exercise. It's like we're sitting here in our chairs for 18 hours a day. That's the only exercise you can get, is a glutes exercise. Alright, let's see what this can get. Pay out the folks who believed. Who in chat believed? 40%. Liminal. Swapping sides. I see you, Liminal. Lost 1.3. The stocks. They make no sense. How does he get a no-hit here and not on the other bosses? How does that even happen? I want to see if I can greed and get the 100%. Sometimes you can get double stars. Crap. But where's the oil? Oil's only on the heavy turret. So the only way I keep this one is if I get double stars. Or like if it covers the ground and gives me duration. Movement speed? What? Wait, that's actually kind of fast. Use both corrupted power? Because this is a viewer submission, I try to keep it to the exact thing. Alright. I'm gonna keep Ranger because it seemed useful. And I want to save my money. What if you use speed boost with Swift Sword? It should work because Tonic worked. If you use both corrupted power, you don't get support. That's also true. See, Carrot knows. Carrot is the one who invented the build. Oh, nice. We have electricity. That used to be giga busted. So, funny story. For those who don't really, like, know a lot of the stuff I posted on YouTube over the years. Earlier this year, we went to PAX East. PAX East was like March. So like right before COVID was really like becoming a thing in the US. At PAX East, we spent 90% of the time at the Dead Cells booth. I was there talking to the devs and playing Dead Cells. They had like a screen set up so that I could play and kind of talk through the game with people who wanted to visit the booth, stuff like that. And one of the things that we did while we were there was a little talk about like what is busted in the game. And for the devs, like the way how they understood the game, it wasn't like too far off of what people were actually doing in their runs. But what they didn't know was how strong some stuff was. So a good example I gave them, I was playing Hunter's Instinct, Wave of Denial, Corrupted Power. And I was playing it with Balance Blade. Like, it really didn't matter what button I was using, whether it was square or not was a non-factor. The only thing that mattered was the fact that Hunter's Instinct was activating off Corrupted Power's electricity. Like, the electric shock from Corrupted Power. I'm gonna do it right here so you all will see. Those little lightning bolts. It's enough to kill, like, most monsters. And when Hunter's Instinct was reducing the cooldown, I was showing them at PAX East, hey, I'm walking through this biome, basically killing everything with Wave of Denial and electricity from Corrupted Power. And they're like, yo, you know, that's pretty strong. Might be a little busted. And now electricity is kind of hard to find on low-level Corrupted Powers. And your cooldown can no longer be reduced by its own skill. Now, whether that has anything to do with PAX East or not, I don't know. Probably not. All I can say is that, you know, if anyone did not want me to disclose that information, I did. They asked very nicely, in fact. I'm actually gonna upgrade. It sucks losing the one purple. That was close. But where did she come from? I want the 15% bonus reduction. Is quality dropping for anyone else? We did drop 30 frames just now. Which is like, it's less than less than 0.1%. Alright, you all feeling good? Did V finally learn how to use a magic missile? Didn't think that was possible. Yeah, get down there. Wait, it lived! Cat here. Heavy crossbow is your... Yeah, you all talk about the survival stuff still. Less pixels. That could be the frame droppage. It's like encoding overload would do that sometimes, but yeah, it could be connection. I get that sometimes where Twitch like changes the quality automatically and then changes it back once it realizes we're fine. Yeah, get down there. Wait, it's alive. Wow, imagine if I just floated it off the map just now. That would have been real nice. Yeah, they did actually just recently buff the heavy crossbow, for those who don't know. It was heavily nerfed versus bosses, and they just tried to... I haven't seen it myself. I just know from the patch notes, it is supposedly better against bosses. Once that bombardier tried to attack you and fall down and never came back, they say to this day they're still falling. Alright, we might investigate those items. What are bits and what do they do? Excellent question, Hirdashiki. Wait, I didn't realize those two shops were together. Bits are a way to send tips to the streamer. Tips as in like a tip jar and you put a couple coins in, or maybe some whole dollars. Maybe even more than that. Tips are cool because you buy them from Twitch, so you don't have to worry about having... I know I was gonna get hit by a bird. Having like a PayPal account, you could pay for it other ways. They have effects on the screen. There's a leaderboard for bits as well, so there's a couple of different systems in place on how to do it. Yeah, sorry, Damon. If you are trying to do the prediction, I don't have a command for that yet. Alright. Honestly, the birds are the absolute worst part on this map with this build. At least you can shoot the librarians out of the sky. But magic missile and heavy turret do nothing against birds. The only option you have is the floatate. And by option, I mean like outplay potential. Like having a cool way to deal with birds. You can actually jump over their attack and shoot down, and like that works. But because they can't be stunned, they're still very dangerous monsters. To show you all what I mean, you can jump like that and just shoot. That thing almost swiped me. Why did I buy when there's already food on the map? Was there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dirt. When it comes to Dead Cells gameplay, you know. Wow. We don't always think. That's what we call the thinkies. There's not always thinkies happening around here. Just got Hollow Knight, it's hard and you die a lot. It's a game where, like, you kind of have to learn how the game thinks you should kill stuff. Like, once you understand what it takes to kill an enemy, it's much better. I should just die in the challenge rift. That'd be better, right? Than dying to the final boss. Imagine, like, I have to focus so hard to do a freaking challenge rift. 63. We're gonna end up getting that monster eyeball real soon. I'm definitely hungry. My energy reserves. We are like driving off of fumes right now. This freaking bird. Nice. I don't know how I killed that stuff, but somehow it died. Challenge Rifts should have their own soundtrack. I actually think it's cool that the Challenge Rift here has this music. Alright. Disinfected. Not bad, not bad. I was not aiming up a single time during that. Come on, bruh. It's a Veedotme bruh all day. You're hungry too, but it's 12 a.m. Sounds like cereal to me. Alright. So, 20,000? Do I reset? Maybe you get rid of Tranquilo? I don't think you have to. It's a little tough. Let's see if we can get the same weapon. Flaming Trail with burning oil. Alright, we did not. So I think we're good to go. Now, typically, when it comes to the spoiler boss no-hit, it's not the easiest no-hit in the game, just to say that. It's a boss that you really want to jump, though. Like we talk about flotation. This is a real good example of a monster you do want to flotate against. And we have the shield too, so the shield should help. But I gotta say, getting the no-hit here is one of the hardest. Tornadoes aren't for jumping exactly. That's why we have to use the shield. Even though, honestly, I don't use shields very often here. I just like fighting them straight up. Dead Cells is more satisfying to play, but Hollow Knight is second favorite game. Yeah, and I think they're kind of different games too. Like maybe people who like Dead Cells will also like Pantheon runs in Hollow Knight. And I think I have Pantheon unlocked. Like if I was ever to do another Hollow Knight stream outside of Silksong. And I don't even think I could do Silksong on stream, by the way. There's too many rabid fans out there. If I play Silksong and I don't read every single piece of lore that... Not even in the game. If I didn't go and visit Team Cherry at their office on camera, guaranteed someone's gonna be mad. We're here. Magic Missile. We used Magic Missile to the end of the run. And now the only thing left is to get a no-hit or else unfollowed and unsubbed. Alright, let's get in here. Final fight. Final bout. Majin Vegeta. I don't think he's in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. I don't remember which Vegeta's in there. Fun game, by the way. Oh, the... I shouldn't be on the ground. Tiago was right. I should be in the air doing that. Okay, I got hit anyway. Rip. See, that's what you want to do. We got double drinks, though. That's really good. This build melts, though. Like, when you get burning oil with corrupted power, like, that is some serious damage. And I'm holding square. That's the best part. I was gonna say he's got to drink off that. I'm going for it, chat. Wait, why'd I go that far in the sky? Yeah, if only I flotated. Alright, I think I have to kill him. This is taking a little longer than I thought. Like, a lot of times I do like to do that, but the builds that we've done it with, it was like much faster. And the fact that he keeps going in the air means that he doesn't really want to be hurt anymore. He gets full immunity whenever he does the jump, and whenever he does the down laser, like, you can't actually hurt him. Without me or nothing. I almost wish I could get rid of that. Like, if there was a DLC pack I could buy that had, like, 100 new sayings. Almost like Hades, where, like, when you beat the game, there's, like, all of those different, death texts. I would pay money for a new death text on the spoiler boss. Flex on him for a minute? Yeah, I think I could have done it, but it was taking a little longer than I would have liked. 0 out of 10 because you lost $1,000. To be honest, I didn't know you could flotate like multiple stabs. I thought I would still have to parry every now and then, so I was like, you know what? Why am I even gonna bother doing like this cool stuff? I'm just gonna play normal. And then I got hit. So I was like, okay, now that I'm hit, I'm gonna try to stay in the air and just shoot down. And at that point, it looked glorious. I wish I had known that before I took the hit, though. But 55 to 45, at least the chat was basically split. And Blaze getting tons of cash. I think Blaze even said that the amount that he spent today on viewer submissions, he's almost got it all back, which is kind of screwed up. I actually need to drain more money from you all. But, hey, we can actually rate this build. You can say it's a 0 out of 10. 0 being, you know, magic missile. V had that thing as an F tier. It belongs in F tier indefinitely. Or a 10 out of 10, where it's like, yo, V, you did magic missile dirty. You gotta up that thing to triple S. ASAP, right now. If it's not triple S by the end of the day on YouTube, unfollowed, unsubbed.